Okay, so hello. This is gonna be an interesting vlog. I think it's gonna be a vlog technically. Sort of update chatty vlog kind of thing. Also, I apologize if you hear weird noises. My son is dumping a bunch of Legos and cars around in his room and making a lot of noise. He's supposed to be napping, but he's clearly not. I have some notes. My brain is all over the place today, so I'm gonna be referencing these a lot because we'll get to that. But first, let me give you a quick update on where I am with my writing projects. I am querying my Blood Magic book. I think I have like 6 rejections at this point, and then I'm back to drafting my Magic Forge book. So that's where we are right now with projects. But so I am in a place right now where I need to adapt to a new season of life, you can call it. It's taken me a couple of months. I don't know how long we've been like working towards getting here, but to acknowledge that I am sort of in a new season of life right now, / like things are just a little bit different and I need to set goals for myself and prioritize my stuff a little differently right now just to handle that, which is really hard for me to do. So I'm in a very different place than I was 6 months, a year ago, however long, whatever. And so we are going to figure it out. That is what this vlog is for. Just to give you a quick idea of, what's been going on before we get into it. But I've just been really stressed lately. I've had a lot going on. I've been, all the things that happen when I'm stressed and a lot's going on is I have more migraine problems. My inattentive ADHD is worse. I have, inflammatory problems where my body's in worse shape and, a bunch of other stuff that's been going on. Here's my thought for today. I think we need to kind of go through all the things that have sort of are causing my season of life to be different, right? Like what has changed? What is different now? And then I want to think through what I kind of need to do to get back to a place where I'm like setting realistic goals with myself and I'm trying to like do things that are going to put me in a better place in terms of both like realistic goals, what I'm actually spending time on, how I'm motivating myself, how I'm handling that stuff, and how I just like get back to a place where I'm like sort of have my stuff going on, like everything just feels very chaotic right now because like my brain's all over the place. I'm not doing as much stuff because I keep expecting myself to do stuff that's really hard for me to do right now, and so then I'm just doing completely different stuff, and I need to figure it out. And I feel like this changes for people pretty often, right? Like people talk about seasons of life a lot where like sometimes we're in easy stages or harder stages or ones where like we have a lot of time and ones where we don't, and like it's just very all over the place, I think. And so being able to recognize that and try and like triage what is going on and how we need to handle it, I think is really important. And I'm not super great at it yet. Like I think I've done it a few times and I am hopefully optimistic that we're going to figure this out. So we're going to go over that. We're going to do some brainstorming on ways that I can try and get back on, I don't want to say get back on track, but like get back on a new track, I guess. So let's start with all the things that have been going on. All right, so we're gonna start with the good stuff, and I do have some notes here. But the first big good change is that I'm actually exercising regularly now. I was doing on and off a little bit of like, cycling and some other exercises, but I've just been having a really hard time keeping up with that, especially lately. But I have gotten into longsword fencing, like historic medieval longsword fencing based off like medieval manuals and stuff, which is really cool because it's helping me with my writing and all of my fight scenes and like understanding how these sort of martial arts worked in time periods that are more parallel with, the kind of worlds that I write in. And it makes things like, it is awesome and it is going to make that side of my writing so much better. But also, I really enjoy it. It's really fun and it's very motivating for me and I really enjoy doing it. So, and in general, like, it's a really good workout, which is part of the reason why I really like longsword. And the people I've been learning it from are very focused on like the correct technique so you don't hurt your body, which has been really cool for me. And physical activity is really, really important for me and my body because of my like inflammation tendencies, I guess, with my joints. Like, I hurt my body less. I can kind of support when, you know, I'm not doing so well and I'm more inflamed. If my body is stronger, it can like cope and take less of the pressure off my joints, if that makes sense. And in generally, like, it's just better for like, I think it helps me think more clearly. It puts me in a better place. It helps with my ADHD. It's obviously way better for my health in general, and just all that kind of stuff, and my Hashimoto's, and just it is a really good thing for me to be active. But it's really hard for me to find things to do. And this is the first time I figured it out since I left college. I've also been doing archery, which has been also a lot of like good like upper arm strength and just like more like soothing kind of. Really enjoy that too. So it's just, it just works out really great and really well for me, and it is a little bit more of like a cost investment, time investment, like mental brain energy investment to get started because you're learning a lot more, you're meeting a lot of people and being in like awkward social scenarios, like situations. And I do have some videos where I've been talking about that, but it's just been all over the place, and I need to, that's going to be one of my goals, is I have so many partially done videos that I just don't even remember what's going on with them, so I've just kind of dropped them, and I need to either move past it or finish them up. Separate thing. So that's been one thing. And then going along with that, I have a new relaxing hobby, which is garment sewing. And this is also part of the whole like SCA thing, which I think I've talked about it. I think I've posted some of those videos. I just don't even know what I've even shared so far, but it's the Society for Creative Anachronism, which is where I'm doing part of the like martial arts longsword stuff through, and where I'm doing the archery. So it's all like based off the recreation and the study of medieval Europe, mostly. There's like other places, but it mostly focuses on Europe. It's very enjoyable. And so I've been making garb or historical recreation outfits, which you can sort of see the skirt for my 15th century Italian Gamera right here, which I also have talked about in videos, but I don't think I've posted those yet. I don't even know. But that's been very relaxing for me to be able to just sit down and kind of just do this slow repetitive sewing, or do like hand sewing while I listen to audiobooks or while watching like TV. That's been really relaxing for me, and it's very hard for me to find relaxing things to do. That is a good thing, but obviously both of these things take time, and they're very exciting for me, which means my inattentive ADHD brain has been like slightly hyper-focusing on them, which maybe not the best thing, but also, as we'll get into, probably has been really good for me right now. So there's that. Getting into the more tricky things. Main one, well, there's two main ones, but one of them is just work. I've been so busy at work lately. It's just been absolutely crazy. We just have so much going on, and a lot of deadlines, a lot of like, normally it's just like, oh yeah, we're working on this stuff and we get it done, and then we're working on this stuff, and now it's like, okay, there's a lot of stuff we're working on, there's a lot of people that are really interested in like, okay, well, is this done yet? Is this done yet? Are you done with this? When are you going to be done with this? Give me like a deadline. And that's just been more stressful than usual, and my brain has just been like going all over the place. And it just means mostly that like in the evenings, I'm just more mentally exhausted than I normally am. So like, I need to de-stress before I can do something that's like productive, enjoyable, like writing. Cause like, I'm not in a place where I can do it like with my brain. Like, I'm just not. And then on weekends, like, I'm still sort of like having trouble, not like I don't want to say having trouble, but like I'm still more stressed in general on the weekends, which then again makes it harder for me to get the stuff done that I want to get done. And I think part of that is why I've been really leaning into like the garment sewing a lot, is because I can actually de-stress while doing something. I can't just watch TV. Like I'm bored out of my mind, and it's like I'm not doing anything. I'm just watching TV. occasionally I get really hyper focused into shows, but then I watch like 80 hours of TV in like 2 days, which is obviously not physically possible, but I think you get what I mean. So that's been hard. And also on days where like we just get a lot of information all at one time, like my brain gets overwhelmed and it actually triggers migraines, which is weird. Or my weird migraines, which is mostly just like neurological nerve problems in my body. But yeah, so I've been dealing with that. And then also it's summer, which is apparently a big problem for me. I've always kind of hated summer because I just hate how hot it is all the time. And this summer where I am on the East Coast, it is like the hottest it's ever been, just like in my lifetime on an average like daily basis. It's just like, I just get like, and I don't know if it's like your migraine threshold, but like my migraine threshold is below where my existence is. So if I am existing and I'm not taking medication, I am having migraine problems or the aura problems. And so it's just constant. If I have anything that makes it a slightly more likely for me to have a migraine, I kind of have them a lot of the time. And this heat has been kind of just pushing me higher above that threshold. Yes, so those are the big things altogether. And so because of all of that, I'm just not in a season of my life where I am super functional. And it's not like it's even that bad. Like, this definitely is not as bad as where it was when I was like first having all these problems. They thought I had MS and like I was just really struggling every single day. This is not that bad. But it's bad enough that I'm not able to keep up with what my plan was. I did not share like a Q2 wrap up. I did accomplish my goals for Q2, which was basically to be querying my blood magic book. That was my goal. And I accomplished that. There's definitely a lot of other stuff in there that I did not do. And, you know, that's fine. We're moving past it. But I haven't talked about it in a video because I just like, I'm over it. I don't want to talk about June anymore. It's a rough month. But then July's been really hard because I'm supposed to be switching back to drafting. And drafting is, I don't want to say it's tedious, but it's less like, oh, there's exciting things to look forward to and figure out fresh each time. So it's just like a little harder for me to sit down. And right now when like my body's just kind of more uncomfortable and I'm just like kind of overwhelmed and overheated and like my brain's not as like on it, like it's just been really hard for me. I think I've written twice this month and it's like the 14th, which is like a horrible in terms of what my goals were. So I obviously need to like pivot with my expectations for myself, and also in terms of like now that I'm aware of this, I can try and figure out some things that will help me. So I think we're at the point where we need to brainstorm and think about what some of these problems are. So I think there's the side of what is going to make it easier for me and what is going to make me less likely to have problems. And there's not much I can do about the temperature. It's just hot outside. I can avoid going outside and drink more water. So like in general, maybe drink more water is probably a good goal. I probably need to talk to my neurologist. Like maybe honestly I need to make an appointment. That would probably be good for me. I need to get better at taking my pills, which I don't really know how to do that, but take pills consistently. And I think that's general, like how to make my body more functional, right? That will help. And I do think me exercising is going to get to the point where it's doing that, but it's just hard right now because I'm still getting into shape. So I think it has been helping. It's just there's too much for it to kind of counterbalance right now. So I'm just going to add exercise to this. I'm already doing that, but like that's really great. So then what else will help? And this is the part that's like hard. I think I need to do the things that like really help me feel more motivated and more on top of things. Like, I think I need to get like a tracker / progress checkbox thing for my drafting. I think that will help. I've just been kind of checking it off in my book because that's been working for me for so long, but I think I need to go back to where like I have a board and I have things and I'm keeping track of like, I wrote this much, I wrote this day, and maybe that's one thing I need to do. I need to keep track of I wrote that day. That worked well for me back when I was really getting into writing consistently again a few years ago. So like maybe I'll make a calendar that's just like I get a sticker if I wrote that day. We're not talking about how much I write for, because if I have the energy to write for 20 minutes, I get a star. YouTube. Hello, YouTube. I think I need to get my videos under control. I have so many videos that are in various stages, like my long form video. I've been filming some of my sewing progress, but like I don't think I've done an intro for either of those. I don't know how connected the footage I have is. I don't know what I need to do to wrap those up. Like, so I think maybe taking some time to just watch through the footage I have, making a plan for those and getting those wrapped up, and then only doing one video at a time, I think is something I need to do, which I'm starting a new video right now for this before it's fine. But I think my brain is just in a place where like I just can't keep track of that. I need to have one video at a time and have like a note page where I write down what I'm working on and just am very organized with it, so I don't need to remember anything in my brain. I think I need to do that because it's just overwhelming for me, and I don't want to work on those videos because I don't know what state they're in, and it just takes too much effort to get over that hump of figuring out what I need to do and the stage I'm at with them. Like, it's just too much for me right now. So I think I need to do that. I don't have options to work on when I'm in different stages. Like, it's just always that. I don't have anything to sort of balance that with, which is why I've just been like, I will say that there are evenings where if I was organized enough to have productive writing related options to do that were super relaxing and exciting and fun, I would have done those instead of doing something else. But like, when you're in that place, you can't really figure that out, or at least I can't, because then I'm like tired and overwhelmed and I don't want to sit there and trying to figure out what I could do that's productive. I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna read, or I'm going to go play Sims, or I'm gonna go do something else, which I still want to do sometimes, but like, I think you get what I mean. So I need more productive options that are at various stages of, I don't want to say like how many spoons they require, but like essentially that, like how easy it is to do, how exhausting, how relaxing, how exciting it is. I think I just need options, and I need to just keep track of all of my goals, I think, for everything. I think I need to order and prioritize my sewing tasks. That'll make it easier for me to just pick those up, because when I am overwhelmed and tired and exhausted, like, having to make decisions makes things too hard to do sometimes. I think organizing my space would help. I'm a little messy right now that I'm sewing in here and writing in here. Like, it's just very cluttery. So organize my studio. But I think what I want to do right now is just start getting organized. I have probably another 45 minutes to like an hour before the kids get up from their nap, and then I get an extra, I think, like 2 hours of free time today, this afternoon, where my husband and my mother-in-law are going to watch the kids, because I did some extra stuff the other night, like, so that I could have the time now. So I want to maybe take that time to get a little bit organized, because like I feel fairly good right now. It was like a slightly hard day, but like I took a shower. Showering is a good reset for me. I'm gonna pull up my YouTube folder thing, maybe figure out where I am with my videos. I'm going to try and maybe like write out some of the tasks I need to work on for like my sewing stuff. Maybe look and see if I can pull any Project 3 tasks to work on into my to-do list, and then maybe make some progress trackers, maybe do some organizing. we'll see how far I get before like I start to get like and then I will maybe switch to like sewing, or I need to do some ironing. I probably want to find another audiobook to listen to while I do some sewing and ironing. Okay, so I think I am caught up on all the videos. I've got all my folders organized and everything. So I'm going to consider my YouTube videos kind of under control, figured out. I have notes here of what I still need to do for each of them and where I left off. And I realized I never actually edited and posted my agent list video for my querying journey. So that one's just like missing. So I have all the footage. I just need to edit it, and get that posted. So that'll be a really easy one to just get out of the way. And then I just have the longsword one, which I have a feeling is going to be really, really long. And then I have my like Italian 15th century garment video. Okay, I'm going to put up all the tasks. So this will be like order and prioritize my sewing tasks, project 3 tasks, moving the YouTube videos I need to work on, everything over onto, I think, my whiteboard on my little like magnet thing so that I can move them and sort of do like Kanban style. Like, I think I actually need that right now. So I am going to work on that. It's 4:20, so I think I have like an hour left. So I think I can do that, and then I really need to organize. I don't think I'm gonna get to that today. Okay, I'm not sure how well you'll actually be able to see this, but I think I have everything up here. In the black at the top is all the phases left for my 15th century Italian noblewoman's outfit. All the like rows of red are different other outfits I need to make. So I have my husband's outfit, my son's outfit, my daughter's outfit, and then my battle tunic, and that's like top priority. So I'll have that here. All the videos, I have the one here that I started, the new season of life video, and then the 3 videos that I have that are like in a place where I actually want to finish them. I have a few other videos that are like I started planning them, but I haven't started filming anything. So those I can just forget about until I want to work on them again, but I have those 3 videos. And then I separated my drafting into roughly 4 scene chunks. So the first one I have is work on drafting scenes 24 to 27. So that one's what I'm working right now. And then I made some little sections for my next project, just like, I don't know if you can see them down there, but little things I can work on. So like the naming language, maps, history, clothes, expand the characters out more. Just like if I need something to do and I want to work on like a writing project that's not drafting, I can pick one of those that look really fun and work on them for an evening. So I have that. Well, I guess I should put querying on here too. So I can put like a few like querying batches on here. Querying batch. And we'll just do that. And I think this will work out well. I haven't actually had to do this before, right? Where I'm actually going through and making a Kanban type thing. Haven't actually done it. Just because I never was working enough tasks where it felt necessary. But I think at this point, I just really need options. I need to be able to come home and gauge, okay, this is what energy you have. This is... Because like there's a difference between how much energy you have and how much just like how high your stress levels are that you need to bring back down. Because like if you have no energy but you're stressed versus you have no energy but you're not stressed, those are very, very different moods in terms of what you might want to or have, like, you know, be able to do. So I just think this will help organize my brain into where I can like I just work on stuff in this column, I don't worry about anything else, and then once I finish something here, I can move something else over. I think that'll help. I already feel better having broken this down. Like this already helped me, but I'm one of those people, I like being organized, so yes. I think that's awesome.
dry. Do you know I'm looking, and I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along, and I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause
Okay, so yes, it is later. Not that much later, but it's, I think, a week or two later. It's been, continued to be difficult, but I think getting reset a good bit helped. I haven't been using my board that much, but like being able to check in with it every now and then and do like an update has helped, but keeping up with it like on a daily basis has not worked for me. I just haven't been doing it, but I think the process of putting it together and then being able to do updates has really been helping me with the projects, because I have been doing a lot of stuff, which is good. I still haven't made any progress on this dress, any more progress anyway. I need to hem it and finish the lacing rings, but I've started working on some of the other sewing projects I need to do. I have all the fabric cut out for my like battle tunic that I need to compete in at the end of August, or do the tournament in, or fight in, whatever. And then I've started working on my family's garb, so I have some of my daughter's dress cut out, her Gamira, and her undershirt, or her camisia cut out, the like shift. My husband and my son's camisia, or like their shirt kind of thing, and then like they're almost done. I've almost been doing all the gathering and all that stuff, and then I need to do their déblayés, and I haven't started on any pants. So I'm still like have a lot to do there. But if I end up having to buy something for the kids, or like they have to wear like normal pants under their stuff, like I don't care. That's fine. My husband can wear normal pants under his stuff. Like I will get as much done as I get done, but that was cool. And like, yeah, I'm making some progress. I've been doing a little bit of drafting, not a lot though. I'm just really not having the energy for that too much. Like I really want to do it, and I get so motivated and inspired to work on it. Like, and then I'll go through my day at work and get home and I'm just like, I can't. Like I can't. And even just when I'm leaving work and I'm driving home, like where I am there versus where I am like 3 hours later when the kids are in bed, vastly different. So I'm just trying to, deal with that. And if off Fridays and, little bits of time I get like on weekend mornings or like weekends during naps, if that's like my main time to work on drafting right now, that's fine. That's what I got to do. And I've been letting myself work on other projects a little bit. I have one I do want to talk about at some point, but it's basically for my next project and, future projects in general, but like looking into conlanging to make naming languages and spell languages. We'll get into it later, but I don't know. I wanted to give a general update. I feel like there's other stuff I wanted to try, but I feel like I've gotten to the point where I've done enough. I feel like I'm set up enough, and while I'm still kind of disappointed, I'm just kind of trying to find things that motivate me in the moment that I can handle with my energy level, and that's been working really well. And just like trying to give myself as much grace as I can. And that's been really working, so I'm excited about that. But I put out my agent list video. I need to do another querying update video soon here to give you an update, because I have updates. Nothing exciting at all, but updates. And then I need to this longsword video and this dressmaking video, I really just like want to finish them, which I don't know. I don't want any more loose ends with that, because it's just been so long. It's been so long. And like, especially the longsword video, I had no idea what it was going to be when I started. And like, it's just like derailed. And I feel like I might just need to pull it into a general update video. I'm not really sure. But I'm clearly no less frantic than before. But I am happier, which is something. And that is coming off of like a 2-day like migraine, or my, migraine aura without headache that I get that's just like nerve problems. And I had some like a lot of vertigo, which is weird, and I was at the beach, which is rough, and it was very hot. It was like 99. Like I think one of the days was like over 100 for the heat index, or heat feels like. I don't remember, but it was a lot. It was hot. I don't do hot well, so that was rough. So, but I'm still doing pretty good. So, yeah. I think this kind of sums it up for my video for like starting a new season of life. If you have like questions about this or thoughts or suggestions, I would be more than open to those. But yeah, I guess my only like wrap up thought is, you know, listen to yourself, listen to your life, be okay with, you know, new seasons of life, new changes that you have to adapt to, and you're not always going to be your most productive. You're not always going to be, you know, your most relaxed, your most fulfilled, your most productive. Like it's not always going to happen, and you just kind of got to roll with it, because if you try and push it, then you just get burnt out and unhappy, and it just way worse. So work with what you got. It's kind of my thought. So yes, I will see you in the next one.